Welcome to week 6. In this week we will discuss advanced vocabulary and grammar part 2. In day 1 we will discuss how to build one's vocabulary. Building a robust vocabulary is essential for effective communication and comprehension. One of the most efficient strategies to enhance vocabulary is through the use of context clues, hints or information provided within a text that help decipher the meanings of unfamiliar words. This method not only aids in understanding new terms but also reinforces memory retention by associating words with their usage scenarios. Now let us have a look at the type of context clues. Authors often embed various types of context clues in their writing to assist readers. Definition clues. The author directly provides the meaning of the unfamiliar word within the sentence. For example, arboreal creatures such as monkeys and squirrels spend most of their lives in trees. Here, arboreal is defined as animals that live in trees. Arthropods such as millipedes, dragonflies and scorpions are invertebrates with exoskeletons. Synonym clues. A synonym of the unfamiliar word is used to offer insight into its meaning. For example, the child was elated, feeling completely overjoyed with his birthday gift. The word overjoyed serves as a synonym for elated. Another example, the coach does not allow taunting, so don't let her hear you making fun of the other team. Antonym clues. An opposite or contrasting idea is presented to highlight the meaning of the unfamiliar word. Example, unlike his gregarious sister, who loved social gatherings, Mark was introverted and preferred solitude. The contrast with gregarious helps define introverted. Another example, Micah seemed genial at first, but when we started discussing politics, she became hostile and even rude. Example clues. Specific examples are provided to illustrate the meaning of the word. For example, celestial bodies such as the sun, moon and stars have fascinated humans for centuries. The examples clarify that celestial relates to objects in the sky or space. Another example, some of my favorite cooking ingredients, soya beans, chickpeas and lentils are legumes. Inference clues. The meaning is deduced from the general context or situation described. For example, after the marathon, Jenna's legs were limp and she could barely stand. From this context, one can infer that limp means weak or lacking strength. Another example, everything I did or said, he complimented. It was cute at first, but by the end of the night, it got annoying. I am never dating a psychopath again. Now let us have a look at the root word and affix clues. Understanding the components of a word can provide insights into its meaning. Example, the biologist studied microorganisms under the microscope. Knowing that micro means small and organisms refer to living beings helps define microorganisms as tiny living entities. Another example, the student chose to specialize in dermatology. Here derma refers to skin and ology denotes the study of, indicating that dermatology is the study of skin. Mood or tone clues. The overall mood or tone of a passage can suggest the meaning of an unfamiliar word. For example, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking nevermore. The dark and array tone of the passage suggests that words like ghastly and gaunt have negative connotations. Cause and effect clues. Understanding the cause and effect relationship in a sentence can help deduce the meaning of an unfamiliar word. Example, she wanted to dress her best for the prom, so she asked to borrow her mother's finest adornments. The desire to dress her best leads to borrowing adornments, which can be inferred to mean accessories or decorations. These strategies are widely recognized in educational resources for enhancing vocabulary, comprehension, and many other aspects related to grammar. Now let us have a look at the practical application. To effectively use context clues, you have to read actively. Pay close attention to the words and sentences surrounding the unfamiliar term. Identifying signal words. Look for words like such as, including, but, however, and for example, which can signal the type of context clue being used. Analyze word parts. Break down the unfamiliar word into its root, prefix and suffix to glean meaning. Consider the overall context. Reflect on the main idea of the paragraph or passage to inform your understanding of the word. By consistently practicing these strategies, readers can enhance their ability to decipher unfamiliar words and consequently improve their overall language skills. Now let us have a look at the strategies to enhance vocabulary using context clues. To effectively utilize context clues for vocabulary development, consider the following steps. First one, active reading. Engage with the text by paying close attention to unfamiliar words and the sentences surrounding them. Identify the type of context clue. Determine which of the aforementioned types of context clues is being used. Formulate a hypothesis. Based on the context, make an educated guess about the word's meaning. Verify the meaning. Cross-check your inferred meaning with a dictionary to confirm its accuracy. Practice regularly. Consistently apply these steps during reading to reinforce your skills in deciphering unfamiliar words. Educational platforms often emphasize the importance of these strategies in building vocabulary. Now let us have a look at the benefits of using context clues. Employing context clues offers several advantages. First one, improved reading comprehension. Understanding the meaning of unfamiliar words within the context enhances overall comprehension of the text. Enhanced memory retention. Learning words in context helps in retaining their meanings more effectively. Increased reading fluency. The ability to deduce meanings on the fly allows for a smoother and more uninterrupted reading experience. Research indicates that readers who effectively use context clues can better grasp and remember new vocabulary. Now let us have a look at the practical activities to develop context clue skills. Incorporate the following activities into your reading routine to strengthen your ability to use context clues. Contextual analysis exercises. Read passages and practice identifying and interpreting unfamiliar words using context clues. Vocabulary journals. Maintain a journal or a book or a diary where you record new words, their inferred meanings, the context in which they were found, and the actual definitions after verification. The more you use new vocabulary in your everyday conversation, it retains. Interactive games. Engage in word games that focus on content clues such as creating sentences with new vocabulary or matching words to their inferred meanings based on context. These activities are recommended by educational resources to make vocabulary learning engaging and effective. By consistently applying these strategies and engaging in related activities, you can significantly enhance your vocabulary and reading comprehension skills.